Alrighty, what's going on, guys? Welcome. We are gonna play some more Metaphor today. We finished a big part of the main story, I think, and we're kind of just like waiting for the next part. Yeah, waiting for the path to open. So we're just gonna do side quests. So let's see where we're at. All right, first thing we're gonna do, check the pantry, get our free food, and then next we go to the bathroom, get our free XP. Hell yeah. All right, and then now we're gonna plot a course. We're gonna go to the abandoned mine, the abandoned tomb.
What lurks below?
Ah, I see.
Here it is.
What are we doing there again?
This is where Cuculus wanted us to find a ring for him, isn't it? I guess it's a tomb for some dead noble. Fun. Wanna go? I don't trust this man as far as I could throw him, but we do need to recover Agrias' dagger.
Should be a good time.
On the bright side, the rumors say the tomb robbers haven't picked this place clean. We may come away with more than just a ring. Now that I think about it, we didn't ask for the informant in Martyra about this place, but we could still go ahead without the info. We'll have to make the camp for tonight, but we'll arrive tomorrow.
Great. Let's move out.
Stay alert.
Taking up the request of the man in Martyra, the Gauntlet Runner makes its way southwest of the town. The mysterious individual could very well become a source of new power, though they have yet to quite grasp that.
Can you hear me?
If you're hurting for things to do, hop on over to the lounge. I've fixed the plant culture chamber, so you can grow seeds if you got them. Nice.
What to pick?
Alrighty. Alright, so we're gonna hang out with Stroll here.
Oh, it's you.
Hey, what are you up to? Ironic how fidgety one gets when told to wait, isn't it? Beg your pardon? I was just thinking about something. Are you free at the moment? Of course.
Sorry.
I'm sorry to burden you with all my personal problems. No worries, brother.
Sorry.
Sorry, I know I need to be better about keeping my emotions in check.
Right.
Remember what we heard about the inheritance, my inheritance? That there may be a clue to its whereabouts in my hometown of Halia? It can rebuild your house. It can save your people.
Sure.
Your inheritance can save your townspeople, yes. Rangif and the others. And yet, he would rather I use it to rebuild my house? To be lord of a prosperous house. That's the natural ambition of all who are born into nobility. Forging aristocratic alliances. Courting favors from royals and nobles, marrying some wealthy lord's daughter, and then there's the matter of heirs. If I had a daughter, her hand would be promised to another family at birth. A son would follow suit in my courtly endeavors. All of that could feel more foreign to me in this life. Yeah, what will you choose? I think we'll say your life is your choice. Choose. If only it were that easy.
Yeah.
All I know is that my parents sheltered me while they dutifully fulfilled their roles. It's my turn to take up the mantle.
Damn.
I never imagined I would come to this. Or it would come to this. Makes me regret how I treated my parents. The last image I had of them was that of an ignorant child, spoiled all his life by a caterer of servants. The house, its name, both are of the cornerstone of Halia, but that means nothing to the people suffering, cast out by the fire. If I put the house first in spite of that, I'm no different than the Lord Hydron. What is my course? My lack of clear answer clouds my thoughts of late, but there's a ray of light between those clouds, thanks to you. I need to seek out that inheritance, I know that much. Yeah, we should look into it.
Well then.
You would join me? Does your generosity know no bounds? Pay me back with your inheritance? Well, I can't let you go alone.
Hey.
I honestly didn't expect such kindness. But since you're coming along, shall we agree to head there next time we meet? Yeah. Sounds good to me. We could do that next time.
I'm relieved in knowing that I'm not alone.
I really should be the one helping you, yet it's quite the opposite.
Thanks.
Thanks for that.
Hello? Hello.
We've got a runner headed our way.
Why, that's good.
It has to be Goddard, Horizon Star. The firebrand thinks he can decimate our craft. count on Nearest to know the other gauntlet runners by sight, but when he says decimate, that can't be a good thing, can it? Indeed, we must allow him to damage His Highness's runner.
You're young. Too young, in fact. A greenhorn like you is years, centuries from deserving a land runner. You'd be the rapscallions who crashed the opening ceremony. A young man like you, our king. Ha! Laughable.
What's your problem?
The name's Godard, the rightful heir to the throne and the voice of the rogue tribe. Tax the young, bankroll the elderly. Those too old to work will know prosperity under my rule. You little...
Damn, this guy hates young people.
...before your betters and elders. And if you will not, you will be made to kneel.
A bit of this! There's moths to play!
Nice.
We don't want your vision of a world built on callous sacrifice!
To the rear, I'll use what I must. There's up to the vanguard. Now accept your fate. Die!
Let's stay calm.
Gunner!
No, I'll get some distance.
Gunner!
Now, Seeker!
Observe the to the rear, mate! Burn!
You whippersnappers need to learn respect for your elders. Who do you think kept this kingdom together after the war? With years of
That's no good.
wisdom.
So heavy.
Captain, they've slowed
Face
you down!
me! Slash! Apologies.
Cheeky
Would you
brat.
finish it?
Here's through!
Got his ass.
Remember, we all grow old. And the blade you hold to my throat will be at your own soon enough.
Nobody's trying to massacre the elderly, you old goat. We want equal happiness for all, young and old. God above. Look, we'll not kill you here. How's that for respecting our elders? But mark me, this will not happen again.
Far too naive. But I suppose that's the luxury of youth.
The luxury of youth.
Not bad, if I say so
Not bad at
myself.
all.
Even I had more to learn.
Yo, what?
Spectacular.
No one's getting their hands on this ship under your watch. Full speed ahead, no delays for us.
The gauntlet runner at last arrives at an encampment as darkness overcomes the wilds. Nightfall, the time of hunting for monster kind. Even with the gauntlet runner, it is no time for travel. As monsters come more alive with every breath, the thirst for adventure is quenched.
All right then.
Alright then. Check the campfire. I think we just hang out with, what's her name? Hulkenberg. What do we do today? Whatever the specifics.
Sorry. If so,
Could you spare a moment for me then? My family found prominence through means beyond the wealth we lacked. Scholarship, mostly, with some having developed a taste for politics. I was the outlier. My single-minded pursuit of martial arts put me quite outside their sphere. And considering my temperament, they had no idea what to do with me. My family offered me no meaning worth pursuing, so I volunteered for the Guard when I was still quite young. I thought that in the military, I could blaze my own trail on strength alone, but, well, such ideals were meaningless to House Hulkenberg. Before I had the chance to prove my abilities, they had already made arrangements to assign me to the Knights, ensuring I would not disgrace the family name.
but
But I was fortunate enough to meet Rodante in the course of my training as a new recruit. He was born into a storied rogue household, but his house dissolved and he joined the military after its decline.
that's why.
We were alike in that way, seeking to rise by our own individual efforts, regardless of familial background. So what happened to him? I was the one who shattered his ambitions. After our training concluded, Rodante was openly being considered for an appointment to the Prince's Royal Guard. However, instead, it was I, still tender in years, who was ultimately selected. Rodante lacked for nothing as a knight. He and I were equals in all things, save that my family had put the right words in the right ears. He was denied appointments to the Royal Guard. Instead, he was sent to the front lines alongside the common footmen of the state army. I'm sure he was frustrated. He made a name for himself and returned to the order, But to see him rise to the ranks of commander in such a short period of time, you respect that?
No.
Rodant's current behavior does not befit a knight commander, and it hardly bears saying that we cannot allow such abuse of power. Even if I am partly responsible for his attachment to power, nay indeed, 'twould be all the more reason to intervene. But I cannot help but wonder whether it's even my place to judge him. Even as I thought to carve out my own path, my knighthood only came at my family's behest, and after falling to protect my charge, I left the capital a wanderer. All these lofty words, what weight do they bear for one such as I, a knight errant in a road, failed in her solemn duty? That is not who you are. Yet even if I now stand my curse, what of my past self? What of she who wandered? Once upon a time I thought myself righteous. I respected order, brought many a criminal to justice, and saw many a punishment meted out. Yet, looking back, I know it was a matter of convenience, a way to disguise the weakling I was, my knightly standing a replacement for the family I had forsaken. Of course, in my time as a knight, I failed to protect the prince and abandoned my post to seek him out with no more honor than a thief in the night. I fled my family, and I fled my knighthood. Rodante, he sees this in me, clarion clear. Who am I to claim any chivalry over him? So you would run again?
So then...
No, I was simply afraid. Afraid to face him and afraid of facing who I once was. Oh, you don't have to be.
It'll be fine.
You don't need to be afraid.
You know...
The way of a broken sword, I suppose. Brute force will avail it nothing, eh?
I see.
Why, yes, that sword. Perhaps I'd lost sight of something very important indeed. But you always been there to remind me. I am truly indebted to you. Know that you have my sincerest thanks. Nice. We're buds.
It is finally time I settled this. Sorry.
Nice.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
What to pick?
Alright, we gotta make sure we check our free food in the pantry.
Got it.
Wash our hands. Alright, we're gonna read our book.
What's that? All right.
Look at that.
Amazing.
All right.
So we got eloquence.
All right.
And we finished the book. So we got double eloquence.
The party finally arrives at the abandoned tomb. It is said an affluent aristocrat is entombed here. However, if true, his only visitors these days are tomb robbers seeking his wealth. Are the rare blades and shimmering jewelry merely a trap to draw in more victims, or something else entirely?
No then.
We're here, though I'm not too keen on this being the place we're exploring. We're here for a mission, not to seek amusement. This is where we search for the ring, yes?
Back on track.
That's right, the sooner we find the ring, the sooner we get Grievous' dagger back. It has a history, no? I'd expect it won't be simply left lying in the dust. We won't know until we head further in. I sense signs of monsters, so be careful. We may find some other nice treasures in these nobles' graves. I don't love grave robbing. We will look for useful items, but let us not stray too far.
Here we go.
I think we'll just go in.
Okay then. Let's go.
Hey,
Galaxy, do you have any idea where the ring we're after might be? I'll check, but I don't see anything. No good, can't tell where it is at all. But on the bright side, there's a lot of treasure chests.
right.
Hail!
There is a person in here.
Now what am I to do?
That wall feels off, but it won't budge when I give it a push, or if I try pulling on it. It is just a regular wall. He's just staring at the wall, huh? This wall right here?
Maybe there's something to do here. This?
Maybe we open it from the other side, probably. Hell yeah, we got a chest. Oh my gosh, bro. Every time there's a chest, there's a monster. Never fails. Too easy, bro.
Nice. That's lovely.
What is this? What are those dudes doing? These are enemies? Oh, they're skeletons.
Come on,
I can feel.
Here we go.
I know
hope
these
you're
guys are
prepared.
weak, but stay focused.
Falling back! Face me! Rancor! We cannot relax here!
Let's stay calm. To the rear guard.
by this power. A tough one.
Only two
Now,
enemies
what's the
left.
plan?
Stay
Seeker,
sharp.
I'll cut you down. Let's wrap this up.
Is everyone all right? Oh, power of heroes!
Only one left.
Mage!
Finish them off and we're clear.
Oh, bolts of lightning! Was ineffective.
It didn't affect them.
Now
They're
accept your fate.
Smooth finish. Great work, everyone. Looks like we're safe for now.
Hell yeah, baby. Chest.
I love it.
Bro, there's another little... Okay, I guess we do just go down here. Another chest? Please don't be a monster, dude. Oh my gosh, they're everywhere. Okay, we keep on rolling.
Blades at the ready.
All right, how's that?
Right, we did it.
Exemplary.
Cut.
That might be of use later.
Alright, so this is where we started. We go this way.
We've been spotted.
Man, this thing's gonna attack me again.
The first
Wait a
move's
second.
ours.
I need advancing. I'll use what I must. Slash!
It's okay. To the rear guard. Come forth, royal soul. Are you prepared? Stepping back, I shall vanquish evil. The power of wind. You faded.
So listen to me, please. I know this sounds unbelievable, but I was almost eaten by a treasure chest. I thought I finally stuck it rich. But as soon as I stepped closer, its mouth unhinged and it tried to swallow me. This has happened to me non-stop today, bro.
Let's push through. Very impressive.
Open the chest. Let's save the game here.
Yep.
I also want to go change my character stuff. All right, there's another little crawl space. I'm kind of lost, bro. I don't know where we're at right now.
Nice find. Looks like it could be useful.
What is this gonna do? Oh, what? A secret path.
All right.
We're so lucky.
Nice. There's a shitload of enemies over there. Where do we go next?
All right, how's that?
Exemplary.
Hey, let's push through. Come
Feel
on.
the power coursing through.
Let's push through.
That was well
All
done.
right, how's that? Let's push through.
I can feel greater power within.
Oh yeah, I can't hit that from that side. All right, last time we avoided this big dude. This time we go after him.
We strike first.
This is our chance. Forward.
Now accept your fate. Perish! Commendable berry.
Collapse. Someone heal him fast. Heismay's in real danger. He needs healing now.
I won't hold back. I'll get some distance by this power. Here's through.
Dude, what the hell? I'm gonna die because it repels everything.
I refuse to die yet.
Moving to the rear. Are you prepared? Try not to worry.
Quite a boon.
Thank you. I stand ready. I'm stepping back. Mage! Burn!
Be neither timid. Falling back. Roller. Magla gather.
Oh, please.
Hey! Hey! Wake up! We're still in a fight here.
We need to bring our dude back alive.
This should work.
Almost.
He's gonna
Mage!
get hit with backlash if he attacks.
Oh, mystic fire!
Hulkenberg's
You
been
think
hacked.
yourself equal to a face me? Hero.
Hulkenberg's been hexed. She'd better hold back her attacks.
Maybe not. Gotta rethink.
I remember what happened last time.
How about this? Seeker! Oh, healing light! Thanks.
Much thanks.
And applied a most dreadful curse. Let justice prevail.
Let's clean up this brawler. Magla gather. Formidable indeed.
Badly wounded. Someone heal her. Hulkenberg's in bad shape. She needs help.
Let's work together. Maybe there's a better choice. Here.
Plus needed.
Now, with no holding back, I'll blow you away. Two remaining.
Scotland. Great job.
Dressed with blade in hand. Not this one. I shall defend.
Be neither brawler. Distraction. One left. A halfway decent
Down.
result.
Okay, I don't think there's any more backup coming.
Bro, that fight was pretty rough, actually. Kind of crazy.
I have never known such.
Ah, my power didn't know I had it in me.
God, please don't attack me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, you there? Are you confident in your agility? The more agile you are, the more your attacks hit and the more dodgy you get. And when you're running away from enemies, you gotta have agility to book it. You'll be able to act before your opponents, and when you want to steal from enemies, agility will help you line your pockets. Okay, thanks, Toothy.
That's not half bad.
Hey, all right. How's
I can
that?
feel greater power within.
The curse is no more. My confidence returns.
Alright, I guess we're gonna fight this giant. We know this thing's gonna attack us, dude. Let's open it.
This is no good.
Come now. Stay on guard.
Hell yeah, bro. Thing is dead. 4,000 XP is not bad.
I've mastered this power.
I feel stronger.
Nice.
Excellent.
New
I've
ability.
grown more powerful. I have retained my edge.
I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. That got ugly. Quite the indiscretion to fall for such an obvious trap. Did you see you pick something up earlier? Is it treasure? Some sort of key to a room somewhere, perhaps a room under lock and key in which we might have hope a certain ring of value might be found.
Then
Be careful.
All right, see if this chest is gonna attack me next. Thank God. Okay, so we use the key to open this big door. There's nobody in here, but there's no way all these chests are just regular chests, right? We gotta get attacked by something.
yeah.
Nice.
Incredible!
Okay, so we've done that. I guess we go down and to the right.
Hey! Alright, come on!
We getting attacked? Oh, hey.
That was well done.
Take this! Alright, how's that?
I can feel greater power with you.
We are spotted.
These gates, bro, we can't open them. I don't know how to get past these.
Ah, let's push through!
Amazing.
Yeah.
Great moves back there.
Alright, how's that?
I knew I could count on you.
So we can open this wall because we have the key, though. So at least we can do this.
We found
Not
something.
bad.
Malvo's ring, a Malvano's ring.
All right. Nice.
Hey,
Did you say something about the ring having some rather sketchy backstory? All we heard is that a misfortune befalls the ring owner, and if the place we found it is any indication. Absurd. Foolish. Superstition at most.
No.
You don't have to wear it.
What?
I wasn't going to. We merely need to take it back with us. So it is concluded then. That means its delivery is left to you as well. Shall we head? Out. Yes. Let's return to the entrance.
What now?
Okay, we're gonna continue our side quests here. We're gonna go hang out with Maria. I think I'm just a bother. Let's go hang out with her.
You kind of.
Since your last visit, she's been acting rather odd. She insists on helping me with anything and everything, no matter what it is. She's a good kid. While I do appreciate the help, there's a hint of desperation to it all, like she's frightened of something. Why, you little wretch. Look at what you've done.
Wait.
Why are you raising your voice at a child? This damn brat spilt my drink down my leg. What's your idea of service? Or that's your idea of service? Fabian? I'm sorry.
Well,
She's tripping, bro. Keep your britches on, wet as they are. Leave them at the door later for cleaning, and I'll get you another drink on the house. Apologies, but could you take Maria upstairs? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
Everything okay?
Yeah. By the way,
Miss Fabian was busy talking to you, so I thought I could help out by taking care of that customer. I just wanted to show Miss Fabian that I can carry both the food and the drinks now. Do you think Miss Fabian will get rid of me? Does she not want me here anymore? She would never abandon you.
No.
But Papa did. He left me all alone.
Maria. It's all right.
Oh, come on. Wipe those tears. That scary customer's already left. Everything's just fine now. Miss Fabian, I promise I'll be a good girl from now on. Really. And I won't cause any more trouble, so please. Even if we're not family, can I still stay with you? Maria, is that what you've been thinking this whole time? Of course you can stay here. You needn't worry about earning your keep either, silly girl, because this is your home. Maria, I may not be your mother by blood, God rest her soul, but nonetheless, you are still my most precious treasure, my family, and I consider you a daughter, Miss Fabian.
Okay.
Now you listen here. Your papa never abandoned you. He did everything he could. He did because he truly deeply cared about you. He did it for both of you. He worked hard to show how much he cared about you and Fabian. Maria, your papa said that he wanted to make this world a safe place for people like you and me. All he ever did was ask about you. He regretted every moment that he spent away from you. And it would have made him so happy to see you grown up. But more than anything, he wanted to give you a world where he could smile, or you could smile and laugh. And your whole heart. With your whole heart. You helped your papa too, by giving him the strength to keep going.
Me too.
I feel the same way as he did, Maria. If you're with me, I can weather any storm.
That's why.
This place is your home and always will be. Rest assured, my dear girl. We have plenty of days filled with smiles and laughter ahead of us. You can come to me with anything. The things that make you happy or sad. Or if you just want to talk about your papa, I'll always be here.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Mister. It's okay. I can really stay. I see.
My little treasure, go and watch up before bed. How about you help me taste test some new dishes?
Thank you.
Mister, thank you so much for everything today. See you later. Nice.
Well then. All right then.
Alright, so the first thing, we're gonna go to the Gauntlet Runner, get the pantry,
Oh, well then.
clean our hands. I think we can cook the benevolent bread. Oh, I can't cook right now?
Really?
That sucks. Can we cook like somewhere else?
Where to? Where to?
Let's go.
Yeah.
I don't want to do either of these things. What the heck, bro? I guess we have to wait to cook? Didn't know that. That's a bummer. Alright, so instead, we're gonna find Heisme and hang out with him.
Ah, it's you.
Once we get our more pressing goals out of the way, I won't be sure what to do with myself. I've been thinking I ought to resume the training drills from my Shadow Guard days. The battles ahead will demand no less of me. My apologies, but if you're in business with me, might we discuss it another time? There you go. It'll help me understand you.
I see.
I suppose knowing the fighting style of your allies would help broaden your possible strategies. Yes, that sounds reasonable. Mark my techniques closely, then, and you'll learn the ways of the Shadow Guard.
Now then.
Let's start with a little test. See if you can keep up with my movement. If your reactions are fast enough to match me, you win. Now let's begin.
Huh?
You're wide open. From here, it'll be simple. Thing to slit your throat. You were careless. One more time.
All right.
Don't rely on sight. You must sense through your very skin. Your enemies aren't going to wait for you. Your body must move on instinct to buy time in your mind. How can I do that? How indeed. Finding these answers is also part of the training. There's no clear answer, no correct way of improving. But at the very least, you can decide what you aspire to. Want to keep going? Yes. That seems enough for one day. Shall we share a drink then? Let us retire to my castle back on the runner. I found some fine spirits for myself, but even ambrosia would be tasteless when drunk alone. Would you like a cup of tea instead? A bracing drink, but nowhere near as good as the spirits back home. Do you miss your hometown?
Hold on.
No.
Not particularly. Talking with you just reminded me of my son. It's been a long time since I abandoned my home. My son died without ever seeing that village. He looked up to knights, you know? He had a stout heart in that little frame. Might have grown up to be a fine knight himself had he lived. Another wish unfulfilled, I suppose. I'll never forget the day I cremated my son's body and mourned his death. Cremated? What do you mean? Everyone else buries their bodies as they are without giving them to the flame. It's the way of the Yugif, boy. We burn the bodies of the dead, leaving only bones. The soul is free through fire. Once released from the body, they go to their place in the beyond. Then, those who remain must lay the bones to rest, somewhere suitable for the deceased. However, I've yet to find a place fit for my son to take his final rest. I can't imagine he'd be happy for his bones to be eternally moved and disturbed.
I apologize.
Apologies. I shouldn't be talking to you about this. Let's find his place.
No.
We have an important mission to accomplish. No room for detours of any inconvenience, boy. I can't put that burden on you. It's a favor for your friend. It's for your son's sake.
Let's do it.
Thank you.
I thank you for your kindness, truly. I'll do my best to return this favor, though. Through my efforts as your comrade, thank you again.
Cheers.
To commemorate our coming together, and to the beginning of morning. We're friends now.
My boy, are you watching? My thanks.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
That reminds me.
No.
Hey,
All right then. Where to?
Let's go.
Can we use the chef thing now?
Really?
We have to be like moving, bro. It's so lame.
This? All right then.
Okay, we're gonna hang out with Stroll now.
oh, it's you.
Hey, what are you up to? Ironic how fidgety one gets when told to wait, isn't it? Have you got some time right now? Let's go.
Oh, right.
If you're sure, then I suppose now is as good as time as any. The village of Halia is on the outskirts of Grand Trad. As we'll need the runner, please extend my apologies to the rest. With the runner, we could make it there and back before dusk, though I can't help but feel guilt to request it for such a personal matter. With Stroll leading the way, we arrived at his childhood home, the village of Halia. It doesn't look like anyone has lived here for a very long time. It's a chilling sight, traveling here by gauntlet runner. You'd think we were practically next door to the capital. Yet, as I fled for my life, the nearest settlement felt leagues away. I recall wanting to lie down and give up on several occasions. Probably hard to tell now, but this was once the village main road, full of people crossing every which way. Used to be able to see the mountains cresting their horizon above the rooftops. It was beautiful. I wish you could have seen it like that. I see it in my mind. You're clairvoyant, I guess. It's been 7 years since that day. It felt like forever ago, and yet only the blink of an eye at the same time. Afterward, I was shuffled between various relatives. Nothing more than another mouth to feed. Fitting, I suppose, of the burden I'd become. I went to the side of our manor, but all I found was rubble. A few walls were sort of standing, but it was a sorry sight compared to how I see it in my mind. Except, I've discovered a letter.
Take this.
There was a corner of my father's study that seemed to have designed to withstand a fire. I found a box there with a letter inside, and I recognized the writing as my father's.
Hey.
I'm afraid I must ask a favor of you. I have no doubts this is his will, and I know I must read it, but I'm going to go over there and do just that alone. But would you mind waiting nearby? Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's reassuring to have you by my side. We need. It's a good thing we found this. Seems I do indeed have an inheritance. The will said the family's treasure was dispatched to the royal capital.
What?
It made it all the way to the capital. It doesn't give a specific location. The letter is unfinished. I mean, how could it be? No one expected a murderous, rampaging human. Try not to let the anger within.
Sorry.
Whenever I think back to that day, my father's name names me the sole heir of his estate. He even addressed the letter to my beloved son Leon. I feel only shame at such endearments. But as it stands now, the inheritance has but one purpose: to repay the debts owed to my parents and my people. So if they would see our house rebuilt,
Definitely.
I'll be whatever they want me to be, a noble of prominence or otherwise. If I can make the people speak the name of House Haliatis with reverence, and once it lives on the tip of everyone's tongue, maybe then I'll be able to embrace the words, my beloved son. I never imagined the day would come that I'd come to terms with these feelings. I owe you so much and more. He's our bro now. Leveled up to 5.
I must use my nobility for good.
I'm sure he entrusted the inheritance to someone in the capital, but I have no clue who it might be. No leads?
Hold on.
Yeah.
None whatsoever. All I remember is that whenever he'd come home from the capital, I could smell the fish he'd brought back. Grand Trad was able to source fresh fish from Brawlhaven, but in Halia, they were a rare feast.
Aha.
Maybe I'm onto something. He spoke highly of the fish market, so he must have gone to the same one every time. Perhaps I remember him. That may be our best lead. And I'm afraid I shall once more take advantage of your generosity. When we return to Grand Trad, will you help me walk in my father's footsteps? It could still turn out fruitless, so I'll need all the help I can get.
This one's important.
A noble's legacy. First, I have one more thing I'd like to look into. I think we're at a good stopping point for today besides.
Let's head back.
Back to the Martira Tavern.
What do you want to do?
Okay, we're turning it into my bro here. You actually managed to retrieve the ring? That is impressive. I took you for talented, but you're more of a gem than I thought. Anyways, don't forget you're into the bargain. Of course, I've already looked into it. In fact, I could go get your dagger back right now. What do you say? Yes.
Greetings.
You're Mr. Helliant, yes. I'm here on behalf of your father back in your hometown. You see, he's collapsed. It's the frightful illness that... What? You weren't aware?
The truth is...
Well, this illness requires a very specific herb to treat. One native only to Verga Island. Now, if the travel expenses were taken care of, the man who stole the dagger seemed to completely believe Cuckold's clever story. Just the dagger, then I'll make the arrangements to procure the herb, then you can take it to him. I recovered your dagger, though he'd have given me the clothes off his back if I'd asked. Figure you'd not approve of that. It's a lie, by the way, about his father being sick, but his town's so far away, he'll be long gone before he finds out. Anyways, here.
All right.
But of course.
No need to thank me. The efforts you went too far exceed mine. You've no idea of this ring's importance to me. With this, everyone will finally be free. Free?
I appreciate it.
Nothing. Anyways, truly, I thank you. And to show my thanks, please allow me to help you. I can see it already. You're the real deal. The one truly fated to be our next king. And I can see it, too, that you'll need my winning strategies to do it. This guy gonna join the group? Let me guess, your winning strategy is the smooth talking you demonstrated earlier? I don't think we need any con artist training, thank you. Come now, deception is more of an art than you know, and I've something of a knack for it, you see. You're kind, honest, to a fault, really. And for an upstanding chap like you to become king, you need someone versed in the darker, grayer areas. Someone like me.
Be that as it may.
Of course, my guidance doesn't come without strings. This is business. You'll give me information. Information about the places you visit, trends in the tournament, or the royal magic? I mean, if that's all you want, then now we're talking. In that case, I need to let you in on one thing first. My real name is Alonzo. Anyone calling me Cuckoldus is one of my marks. Best if you forget that name altogether. What's with this guy?
Remember those winning strategies I mentioned? Well, the first lesson starts now. I imagine you've led a rather rough life, considering the tribe you hail from. The world is full of unsavory sorts. That's why if you want to improve your life, you must never show a scoundrel mercy. If you're made a fool, you must pay it back in spades. Kindness is weakness, and the weak get robbed blind.
I'll keep that in mind.
I'll keep that in mind.
Regard this not as the art of deception, but rather how to steal hearts. The morally sound way, of course. A wise choice.
The devious schemer, Alonzo. Him dwells the virtue of the faker. Nurture thy bond with him, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
Hell yeah, bro. We can learn the faker.
I assumed you were but a momentary distraction, but there's more to you than that. Who wears the crown next matters little to me. But if it's you, I wager it'll be quite a ride. I'll be heading to Brylehaven after this. Let's meet again there.
Time marches,
Hell yeah.
and the age of a new king draws nearer.
All right, then.
I guess we're gonna hang out with Heisme again.
Thank you, you really helped me out.
Take a look.
Thank you, you really helped me out.
All right, then.
Let's go!
Time to hang out with my bro with a bat. Once we get our more pressing goals out of the way, I won't be sure what to do with myself. It's the same thing. Alright. Let's go. Plenty of new graves, possibly victims of those dark doings at the castle. Perhaps my boy would find solace here, among many his own age. But it seems they don't cremate their dead here. Don't want my son feeling out of place, being the only child here in singed pieces. Hard enough for a boy his age to fit in.
That means...
Shall we look somewhere else?
My thanks.
I think we do well to check on other options. How about somewhere deeper in the forest? If you don't mind indulging me just a bit further. Seems a peaceful place at first glance, but it's not really so, is it?
No.
Pattering footsteps from beasts among the trees, the smell of animal waste. I can feel them eyeing us from the shadows too. You'd not be lonely. That's one way of thinking about it. But beasts do not understand the ways of people. Seems more likely to me they disturb his grave. I think it's still too early to make a decision. I'd like to look at other locations if you don't mind. Yeah, no problem.
Got it.
My thanks.
I appreciate your understanding. You're certainly more patient than I was at your age.
The truth is,
All you geef travel far and wide to find the perfect resting place. Some build an altar at home, some scatter their bones in the sea, some bury them beneath a great tree. That said, most simply bury the bones in the village's communal cemetery. After all that's contemplation, they come back to where they started. Those people used to irritate me to no end. When I was younger, I loathed their indecision and looked down on them for it. But as I got on in years, I came to understand some things. It's not so easy to overcome the death of someone close. That's why when you lose someone, you need time for that very hesitation. I've certainly found I do. Haste will not ease my woes.
even so...
That being said, this isn't your concern. You've already done more enough for me. We can take our time.
It'll be fine.
Listen.
Are you certain? You truly are an oddball. Then might we take to the Gauntlet Runner again? This time, I'd like to see somewhere full of open space. Maybe I'm just imagining things.
What happened?
No.
It's just like a place my son loved.
My son...
I think it was around the time he finally started walking. Even when he stumbled and fell, he always leapt right back up, all smiles. He would chase bugs through the grass far taller than him, laughing even when he fell, bringing me flowers and pebbles clutched tight in his little fist. Even now, 'tis as he might burst out of the grass at any moment, beaming and covering in burrs. But I know it's just an empty fantasy. I know it's difficult.
My apologies.
Apologies. I didn't mean for you to see me like that. But yes, this could be a fine place for him to stay. The silence is peaceful. The wind is gentle. It feels a place wholly apart from the nightmare of our world. I'm sure my son would love it too. He always loved to run with the wind in his face. And yet, is there something bothering you? I just have one thing holding me back. The sweet smell on the wind. It reminds me of a faraway hill. The hill where my hometown lies. You just remembered it?
What?
No.
It occurred to me, yes, but I've not visited even once since I left. I sincerely doubt they'll welcome me back. A wind blows in my home, sweeter than I've known, of any I've known. Yeah, well, let's go already.
Come on.
I wonder if my son will feel the same. I never even gave him a chance to see my village before he died. There is no room for hesitation, especially for my son's sake. He deserves no less than to have every option considered. Walking this ground with you, I find myself determined to return home again. It feels like something I've never had realized alone. I am grateful our paths crossed. I can sense Haizume's extraordinary resolve in the depths of his gratitude.
He... now... a new power...
I must come to a decision.
Hey, we're learning the assassin.
Homeward,
Let's go.
Boy. All right then.
Okay, so I think we're gonna jump off the cliff again.
Good, good.
So we're gonna hope that we get 4 courage. If we don't, we redo it.
Incorrect.
All right.
Hell yeah, we're good.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
All right then.
Ready. So today we are going to do a dungeon.
All right then. Where to?
Let's go.
A minute. Smashed each other to bits, didn't they?
All right then.
Okay, I'm pretty sure, yeah, the resentful noble. We're in trouble, serious trouble. Trouble most dire even. What's the matter?
What?
An Elder? Ugh, I assure you, my problems are beyond your filthy tribe's meager means. My, aren't you full of yourself? You talk big, but I bet your problems are perfectly trivial. You dare mock me, impertinent fairy? Fine. I'll tell you, bottom dwellers, about my problem. So clean the slum grime out of your ears and listen. My wife died in the incident at the Grand Cathedral. She was attacked by one of those reanimated corpses. Unfortunately, that means the heirloom necklace that she was wearing, my heirloom necklace, was left lying about somewhere in there. I need it retrieved at any cost. I'll get it.
Can hardly believe such a thing.
A scrawny, spineless elder like you would stand no chance within the corpse-laden mausoleum. I'm not stupid enough to place any of my faith in you. But if you happen to be acquainted with an actual honorable and courageous warrior, then tell them this. Whoever brings back my black jeweled necklace from within the Grand Cathedral's mausoleum, I will bestow a reward of 4,000 reeves. The necklace was stolen by some sort of large, ghostly monster from what I've heard. The army plans to simply seal off the entrance to the mausoleum in August. Before that happens, I will need the assistance of a brave warrior. Why don't we become the brave warrior he's looking for? We can show him up and collect a reward in the process.
Let's give it a shot.
Sounds good to me.
Okay then.
All right then. Let's head there right away.
We get the... Alright. Those blasted noble idiots. How am I supposed to gather mortar skulls from those skeletons now, damn it?
The goal.
Do you make yourself a habit of eavesdropping on people's private monologues? He's all talking to himself out loud. Bro, just why are you talking out loud if you don't want anybody to hear you? Well, not like it's going to change my fate either way. You were talking about those skulls earlier, right? Why in the world would you need those? There's no way that a fairy and an elder could ever empathize with the plight of a man like me. An elder with a fairy? Hold on. Don't tell me you're the ones who put down that mess at the Grand Cathedral. I must admit, it's hard to believe an elder could be that skilled, but if the rumors about you are even a little bit true, then you might just be able to do something for me. I need someone to bring me some mortar skulls from the Grand Cathedral's mausoleum. Yeah, sounds interesting. You'll really do it? You're a lifesaver. The mausoleum's a complete den of monsters, so there's no way in hell I'd ever set foot in there myself. All I need you to do is bring me 8 mortar skulls. I understand the nature of the request is rather unsavory, but I have my reasons.
Huh?
Please.
Alright, need the goods by the 30th. I got it for you. We'll do it right now.
Speaking of,
Should we go in?
Well then.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's see.
stay present and focused.
Damn, there's a lot of freaking dead people in here.
Just take it. You can always toss it late. Not bad. I'm...
Thank you indeed.
Oh, we can crawl under there maybe? Here we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's push through.
Very impressive.
Cat. Come on. Cat.
Skill.
Hey.
Amazing. Great moves back there.
Hell yeah, baby. Chest.
Nice.
Not bad.
Another one.
Whoa.
Oh,
You lose something. Take it with you though.
Something. Oh, we got another skull. A mortar skull. How many of those skulls do we have?
What now?
I have 5. Another one. We got a key. Some sort of, looks like a key, but just part of one, considering someone went through the effort to store it in a treasure chest. Probably a counterpart somewhere. So we gotta find the other half of the key. Think this is the other half? Nope. Yeah, boy, another chest. So we got all 8 mortar skulls or whatever. So now we just need to find that dude's necklace, and we're done in here. Alright, we found the second half of the key. I think I know what to do. Let me borrow that for a second. So now we got the sanctum key, the inner sanctum key. I actually haven't even come up to a door, so I don't know where this is supposed to go. We almost missed the item back here.
I imagine that would be of use.
You think this is where we're supposed to go?
Yep.
Yeah. Alright, before we do anything, one thing I do want to do is I kind of want to change my classes a little bit. Right now I have like where I take MP. I have like a move where I could take MP. I want to take life.
Welcome.
I think that one's better.
All right.
This could work.
All right.
Here's the ace up my sleeve.
I have my own schemes.
There we go.
Whoa.
I think
Please do
we're
me.
pretty close to like maxing out my bro here too. Yeah. Hulkenberg and me. We're both like about to be level 20. And then we can move on to something different.
I don't like this.
Alright, let's open the door.
What?
Is that a ghost? I guess we're in a crypt after all. There are even melancholia crystals here too. Calm yourself and remember that death is a passage through which none return. 'Tis more likely a monster which is underground melancholiness. I can't even read. Undergone melancholization. Just sound it out there for a second. Melancholization.
Perish! Good. Next!
Let's stay
all
calm.
smoke and mirrors, eh?
Maybe I'll get some distance by this power. Come on!
Yikes!
God, bro, I hate that. When it repels and it like ricochets back on you.
This is nothing.
Hit hard.
A blunder!
Hulkenberg's been hexed.
I shall
Better hold
vanquish
that
evil.
fast until it's gone.
The power of light.
Weak point.
A
Keep it
most
up, Stroll.
dreadful curse. With blade in hand, take this! They yet cling to life.
Be neither timid nor I need brawler! Erupt! We cannot relax yet to
okay.
ever greater heights!
We can do this. Let's go. This is it! Stay sharp. It's not a
My
gun.
life is in your hands.
Cleric.
Yeah, dude, this plunder life move is too strong. It heals you and like wrecks them. It's crazy.
Not bad at all.
A new power to wield.
Steady effort is key.
Hell yeah, we got the necklace.
I'm heading back.
All right, cool. Now we can leave. Where the hell am I going, bro? I want to leave. How the heck do I get out of here?
We found something.
Our risk pays off.
Bruh.
Ah, the curse is no more. My confidence.
What now? Come on!
Not bad. I'm sure you'll find a use for it.
Watch out.
Hope this hits!
That was brilliant.
Hey!
They've noticed us.
All right, how's that? Come on!
Yeah,
All
nice
right,
work.
how's that? Do it! Let's push through!
That was brilliant.
Looks like we're safe for now.
Bro, I hope I'm going the right way.
Let's stash that somewhere safe.
Yeah, I think we found the exit.
Hello there.
What do you mean the road is closed? What do you mean, bro? I can't get out the way I came in? Oh my god. Oh yeah, we found the exit. Alright. I brought them for you. Here's your mortar skulls. I'm not dreaming, am I? I really don't have to die? I'm so relieved.
I see now.
There's this weird fad among the nobles right now where they think placing skulls in their homes will ward off disaster. But normal ones are no good, apparently. It's got to be one of the specially marked ones from the mausoleum, or they'll have no effect. Completely daft, right? A noble with more money than common sense demanded that I bring him the skulls.
No kidding.
That's ridiculous. I thought nobles were supposed to be a little more, you know, noble, or at the very least smarter than that. But lately they've all been panicked.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, pretty crazy. But at least we can finish this quest for it. And then we gotta go,
What do you think?
yeah, head back.
Speaking of,
We recovered a necklace. Yep. And we gotta give it to that dude.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Right. All right then. Where to?
Let's go.
Go turn in this side quest.
I'm in it.
Of all the people, it had to be the worthless Elda. I've seen your face before. You're the youth who helped to restore order during the attack on the Grand Cathedral. I apologize for my earlier behavior. The thing I said, I can't even imagine what my wife would think if she heard me utter such discriminatory nonsense. Allow me to reminisce for but a moment. My wife was a researcher in the king's employ. She had such wit. We would talk for hours, endlessly discussing the country's future. She was kind and noble. Frankly, I never deserved her. And this necklace, it was the object which she treasured most.
Really?
Well, I never would have guessed. I'm glad we were able to bring it back to you.
Thank you very much indeed.
You have my deepest, most heartfelt thanks. Here, the reward I promised. Accept it as a gift from the both of us. Unfortunately, I'm running low on funds, so this is the best I can do. Forgive me.
Mission accomplished.
All right.
Okay, so we did that.
All right then.
Now,
Where to?
Let's go.
You have my thanks.
Pardon?
Well met, eh?
okay, we're gonna save the game. We're gonna talk to this dude. Okay, so we're gonna take the plunge, reload if we get an achievement, and then we can do something else.
Now then.
Courage. Why?
All right, cool. So we got the achievement at your own risk. And now we can just resave or reload that save and do something else.
What now?
And we're gonna go hang out with Maria.
Well met, eh?
All right then.
I talked to Miss Fabian. I want to talk to Papa too. I wanted to ask you something. Tell me what's on your mind. I want to go to the cathedral. Miss Fabian said that Papa was always watching over people. So I thought that if Papa was watching over me too, then maybe I could talk to him if I went there.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Let's go see him then. What did you ask him?
Hold on.
Told him I'm sorry.
By the way,
I thought he had abandoned me, but I was wrong. So I told him I was sorry. Miss Fabian said I could tell her anything, so I talked to her about a whole lot of things. I told her about Papa and how lonely I was after he was gone. She listened to me. I was wrong the whole time. Your Papa must feel relieved.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you think I could do it too? Miss Fabian told me my job was to make sure everyone is okay. Or his job. I loved when Papa made sure I was okay. When I cried, he'd give me a really big hug. That always made me feel better.
That's why.
So I want to be like Papa. I want to make sure everyone else is okay too. But I don't know how to fight. Does that mean I can't do it too?
In that case.
Instead of fighting, why don't you concentrate on making people feel happy? That's all I have to do? Then I'll do it. I'm gonna make sure that Miss Fabian is okay. That's good. I wonder what I can do to make her happy. What's something that Miss Fabian wants? She always says she doesn't need anything like pretty clothes. So I was thinking flowers? Some snacks? A new sign? She always says the sign has gotten beaten up by the weather. If I could make it look pretty again, do you think that will make her happy?
Wow.
Alright, I'll do just that. I'll make a new sign. This one will have Papa and Miss Fabian and me and you all smiling together. It's the whole family.
Yeah.
You'll be on there too, mister, because this is my home. You know, well, we'll always be family, okay? You're one of my treasures too. How sweet. How cute.
I'm okay.
So now she's leveling up. Do you know how to make a sign, mister? Don't forget, it also has to have pretty pictures on it. Leave it to me. Is that the person who drew those pictures for your journey?
Yeah.
I want to come with you. I want to talk to Mr. Neros.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hell yeah. Alright, I'm gonna save here. Take a break. My butt hurts. Thank you guys for watching. Alrighty, we are going to continue. I think we're hanging out with the bat tonight. Heisme.
Apologies.
Alrighty. Heisme, let's hang out. Once we get our more pressing goals, it's the same thing he always says.
Yes. Days gone by.
Hasn't changed a bit. Yes. This is my hometown. Apologies for dragging you all this way.
Tadari.
Tadari, it's me, Heisme. I've returned, and I have something to discuss. I've known Tadari for a long time, you see. He's the leader of the village.
Just
Although I should warn you now that you'll not be welcomed here. You might feel some hostility in the air. I don't mind. Doesn't bother me. Heisme, is that you? You're looking gray in the ears, my friend. As if the years were any kinder to you, Tadari. I heard you left the Royal Knights, but it's good to see you again. Who is this? This is my friend, a traveling companion of mine. He's standing in the Tournament of the Throne. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Is that why you've come back to the village?
no.
I came to see the cemetery. I'm trying to find a place where my son can rest. Your boy's gone ahead. Then he passed away before I could bring him here. At the very least, I thought I might let him rest somewhere with a view of the village. He loved running with the wind in his face. Surely, I thought he'd like the hill. I know it's not something the villagers will easily accept, but...
Yes.
I see. It sounds like a wonderful idea to me. But you know the cemetery is sacred to the village. I fear you might be right. I'm not certain how they'll respond. Would you allow me to take the urn? I imagine that seeing it will prompt their cordiality, if not sympathy.
Please.
Alright. Thank you.
Here.
I always used to train here when I was young. Look closely and you'll see this tree is riddled with claw marks, I know. Because it was my claws that left them. Brings back memories. Of course, having shaken the tree, it'd get a swarm of bugs coming down on my head. And of course, I'd go winging to Tadari about it. Adorable. The villagers are here. They watch us from the shadows. If you focus and listen, you'll hear them too. He didn't leave voluntarily. He was stripped of his knighthood, wasn't he? And now he wants his child buried here? The boy wasn't even born in this village. Do you hear? That's horrible.
Well...
It's exactly within my expectations. If they decline, let's withdraw without a fuss.
Heisman.
I've explained the situation to the younger villagers. Seems like nobody had any problems with giving your son a place here. Indeed? Thank you. Master Tadari, the urn. The urn of bones? It's gone. What? What's the meaning of this? A fallen knight brings shames to this village. I hear a voice from somewhere. Tadari was just too afraid to refuse him, that's all. Explain yourself.
Hey.
The village hasn't changed a bit. Still rejecting outsiders, still shutting themselves away. Maybe I should have expected this. I left this place all behind. I became an outcast. Maybe losing my son again is what I deserve. Terrible, bro. Still, you stood for me. You spoke in anger on my behalf. And is that in my soul salvation? Ranked him up, but man, I feel bad for my brother. Shall I search the village entire? No stone unturned. Doubtless that intrusion would only provoke further offense, but I haven't time to waste. You have my sincerest apologies. I shall take responsibility and find the urn. It is my duty as chief. No, as one who would see justice done.
Marches on, and the age of a new...
Bro, I can't believe they just took the urn and that's the end of it.
I've seen the state of the race with my own eyes, ladies, gents, and mad malcontents. If you wanted an update, here's your chance. So far, we've mostly seen gauntlet runner skirmishes and dueling mayhem. Now it's time for the real thing. Sounds like we've lost a few candidates already too. Poor bastards went after something too nasty for their head hunt and got themselves head hunted. We've got some candidates who have outright given up. No confidence. Can't blame them against these odds. And some others have bought and sold out of the race.
Come on! That's a bit unfair, isn't it?
I suppose money's power like anything else. Military strength's not meant to decide this race anyhow.
The question is, what's our final head count going to look like? Lots of unknowns left, people, and we'll not know the truth until the exhibition. A little bird told me one of our contenders has made a bold play in Martira. They might not even come out of it with a head.
What are they scheming then? Let's hear some details.
Sorry, chums, I'm just the crier. Can't speak for any one candidate in particular. Luckily, you'll not have long to wait now. With all that said, can't help but wonder how Count Luis is taking this, can we? My sources say he's not bothered with any of this. He's still gallivanting across the land, killing humans. And yet, even without a formal entry, Luis's voter base is still growing. Bound to have his eminence Forden grinding his teeth, that. For now, let's enjoy the show!
Right, everyone. Farewell said, particulars packed.
All that remains is to ride to Oceania with pride in our hearts.
Watch out, Luis. You won't know what hit you.
Well then, off to the races, what? Old Barden's giving me a detailed map of the area.
Sounds like quite a journey. I hope it won't be as bumpy as last time.
Oh no, it'll be a sight smoother. But you've got wings. What are you fussing for?
Oh, there it is. Should have known the fatigue would hit eventually. By the time I got some sleep. Pies, mate. Why are you on my bed? You're positively miniature, man. There are plenty of other places fit for you to sleep.
Yes. Splendid. Just magnificent.
Positively miniature.
I hope you've no designs on taking my bed. I have cut men down for less.
With friends like these.
Now then.
Next is Port Brilhaven. Brilhaven? The capital of the Principality of Oceania. If we punch it out south of Martyria, we'll make it in, I'd say 3 nights, 4 days or so. Damn, we gotta go pretty far.
Whoa!
This is gonna take forever.
Oh, hey!
It's a large city of prosperous commerce, due to no small part of it to its oceanside proximity. I envision droves of people will pour in for the exhibition. All the people delayed by the landslide might still be showing up. Keep an eye on the road, okay? Why, I never. Who do you think you're talking to? Leave it to me. Next stop, Port Brilhaven.
Leaving behind the old castle town stricken by tragedy, the Gauntlet Runner sets off toward the exhibition of the brave. Their destination, Port Brilhaven, capital of the Principality of Oceania. A world unknown to them. What will they accomplish? Acclaim or
what to pick?
Alrighty. So first thing we're gonna do. Alrighty. So we're gonna cook something now that cooking doesn't take time. So we're gonna start with curative coney roast.
Let's check.
Now then, speaking of,
Why are we cooking it with stroll? That's crazy. I didn't expect that.
All right.
Hell yeah. And then now that we did that, we can hang out with... We're gonna hang out with Stroll anyways. Maybe not.
Hey. Now then.
Alright, we're gonna hang out with him since we have enough courage.
Got a moment?
I'm getting ahead of myself here, but after things settle down, I'd like to live without the sword. I admire the idea of a world where monsters and senseless violence don't exist, where nothing is taken from you by others. That's why one day I want to restore my ruined hometown to its former glory. And not just mine, all the ruined hometowns.
Hey.
How about you? I shared my plan. Let's hear yours. What do you do when the fight's over? I'd like to help you. I'm not sure.
Look at that. I see.
I've got to get stronger. Even if the village gets rebuilt, it's all for naught if it's attacked by monsters again. I want to be strong enough to rid this country of monsters, not leave it to a spineless army and its incompetent generals. They only have the power to kill those who oppose them. They have no desire to protect the people, just like Luis. We'll fight for change.
Look at that. Yeah.
I agree, but seeing the state of our country's army, I'm all the more glad that you are our captain, truly. You've resolved to stand on the front line of our fight. Wait, yeah. So it's only right that you lead our fight, I say. I forced my way into your mission.
Hey.
I envy you sometimes, you know? To act with such conviction, how does one become so bold? I do what I must.
Right.
Easier said than done. I get so fixated on the past, I lose sight of the present sometimes. You always look forward, and that's what I envy about you. All this to say I have faith in you. We've more battles ahead, and I'll be counting on you to get us through them. In the end, the king will be determined by what the people think of as justice. They're free to make their choices, but so is the one being chosen. I wonder who it'll end up being after all this. Anyways, this sword's shining like new. Let's finish this up.
Now then.
Courage.
Hell yeah, ranked up to 3.
The party sets off for Martyra. As they watch the setting sun sink under the horizon, their Gauntlet Runner arrives in a land grown thick with trees. The wildlife retreats to safety before the sunlight fades, leaving only deafening silence. The anticipation that follows a journey's beginning swells in their hearts.
There's a bath cask on the back deck now. I've heard enough about not being able to bathe, so I whip something up. It's not elegant, but it'll do the job, no doubt. It would shake too much to use while traveling, but it should be lovely to enjoy soak when you're stopped.
The breeze feels nice.
But
Hell yeah, let's go cook. We're gonna cook some critical meatballs.
Hail!
I've considered this topic for quite a while. It is not true that meat tastes better when consumed by a mouthful, rather than via tiny, polite little bites. 'Tis my preferred method, as you can luxuriate it is in its full texture, whilst increasing one's jaw strength. The logic behind cutting meat into small pieces eludes me. I prefer only the most restrained applications of seasoning as well. 'Tis best to let the ingredients' natural flavor thrive. If animals must forfeit their lives to sate our hunger, then the at least we can do to honor them is to taste the full glory of their sacrifice. I guess. We chose prime ingredients on this day. I dare say this meal will be quite exquisite.
Good. All right.
Bygone days. I'm gonna gain more tolerance. Let's read this book. Though sparse and objective, the words still manage to vividly depict the endearing qualities of a small child. He writes of the days his son took his first steps, the first words his son spoke, a time his son nearly ripped his ears off climbing all over him, of worrying about his son not eating his vegetables, of his son refusing to stop crying at night, of being so exhausted he fell asleep in places without realizing it. Being a parent brought him lots of struggles, but even more than that, it brought him joy. Sometimes, bro, I hate myself.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
That reminds me.
We'll arrive in the Ocean City the day after tomorrow.
Speaking of,
Alright, gonna go to the pantry. This time we're gonna cook invincible noodles.
alright.
Look!
Nice, bro. You be making noodles with your feet? Sound like the best kind of noodles to me.
Indeed.
Alright, I gotta take a break, bro. I can't. Alrighty. So, give me 1 second. Okay. So, I don't remember what we're doing. We're gonna hang out with somebody. Or we're gonna read. Maybe we're gonna read. Today's the 18th. Yeah, we're gonna read. So let's go to the bookshelf. Bygone days. Read the book. So this entry describes Heisman and his son running through fields together. Running through fields together on a beautiful sunny day. I can almost hear their carefree cries of laughter. So at one point, Heisman loses sight of his son, only to find he's climbed a tall tree. Heisman is mortified until the boy nimbly jumps down, just as his father would have. I see, being a parent brought him lots of struggles, but even more than that, it brought him joy.
all right.
And now we got more tolerance, just like that.
Nira speaking.
I've got something on the old girl's radar, so we'll be taking a short stop.
The city ruins come to view. This place once flourished through the excavation of magla crystals by migrant workers. The work was hard, but the miners were hardy and spirited, and the promise of riches lured many here. In its time, it may have rivaled Brylehaven. However, the promise of strong magla drew forth the humans. As tragedies climbed, it became a ghost town. Now only the threatening glimmer of the crystals remain. And with the promise of abandoned riches followed the thieves. For some reason, though, they all seem to scurry home empty-handed, gripped by fear.
The city ruins. Truly a harrowing sight. Look at all those crystals. Simply coming here is enough to wound the soul. A chill settles into my very bones as I consider what could have occurred here. Something wrong, lad? Did the gauntlet runner get the best of your stomach again?
No.
Sorry, I was just reminded of something unpleasant. Are you okay?
Right.
Sorry to cause you any concern. I know what destroyed this village. I have no doubt about it. This is the work of a human. Indeed, the scars left upon this place differ from the traces left behind by monster attacks or acts of war. I don't know if the magla crystals are what attracted the humans here, or if the attack caused them, but my hometown will eventually. Stroll. I'll make no assumptions about what runs through your mind, but I would ask you to recall the time when we cut down the human at the castle and saved all those lives within.
That's why.
Do not allow your thoughts to dwell on negativity. The day will come when both this place and your homeland will flourish once again.
Yeah.
I suppose you're right.
All right.
Nice, I got some wisdom.
Hey!
My stomach sends notice to our next meal is overdue. Why don't we head back? I guess Neera's can read the room when he wants to, huh? Let's put this place behind us.
Here.
By the by, I made another drawing. This picture will bring viewers no joy, but it is an important sight to document nonetheless. I'll take the drawing with me to ensure I never forget what happened here.
As the sun sinks below the horizon, the Gauntlet Runner arrives in a land dense with trees. The glow of the Gauntlet Runner pierces the dark, warmly enveloping them in its light.
The day after tomorrow we'll be in a real maritime city. I bet we'll be able to see the ocean too. First time for both of us. Alright, so we're gonna cook some magical bread.
Alright.
Understood.
So we're gonna cook something with Hazme. Once again, note the toe technique.
Here we go.
Big fan. I also love how he stands on the table.
In days gone by.
Alrighty, and now we will finish our book, The Bygone Days. Hazme awoke to his son, eyes still swollen from crying the night before, singing the song he'd been trying to learn, a birthday song for his father. I see being a parent brought him lots of struggles, but even more than that, it brought him joy.
All right.
With that, I've finished the book. I feel like my understanding of the world has deepened. So now I have higher tolerance.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Quite.
The salty yet strangely refreshing aroma of seawater is already upon us. At this rate, we should reach Brylehaven by tomorrow. Seawater? I thought so. The air feels a lot more clammy, so I assumed that's what it was. So we put the forest behind us at long last. That must mean we've already ventured beyond what the cliff collapsed bearing passage. It would seem it was fixed without a trace of its ruin. And speaking of ruin, Neera's, do remember that we are relying on you for a safe passage the rest of the way. She had to put him on the spot like that. It's crazy.
That reminds me.
Alrighty, so we're gonna try to make cooked coney stew. We might not have the stuff. Okay. We don't have the mellow milk yet, but we can make the malevolent bread, which is for a quest that we never turned in.
Now then, don't lose. In days gone by.
Hell yeah. We got the bread. Alright, and we're gonna read again. Apparently there's a new book? No, I guess not. We finished all the books. If I read this, is it gonna give me more imagination? Even though I finished it? I guess we'll see what happens.
All right.
Oh, it does. Wow. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Gauntlet Runner sighted!
Looks like it's that Missy Gauntlet Runner coming up to us. Oh, hey, it's Katarina. Hey, you lot on the Gauntlet Runner over there. You're not becoming king on my watch. I've got a short fuse, you know? And that means if you don't come on right now, kaboom! So young Miss says, I'm hoping you lot are willing to act. Of course.
Certainly.
I'm gonna beat her up again.
So we meet again. Maybe you got the better of me last time, but you're about to get some payback.
God, her accent is... I didn't realize her accent was so harsh until right now.
Give me a break, lady. Ever heard of learning from your mistakes? Sorry, but we don't intend to lose either. Ooh, big talk. Well, I'm willing to rewrite my record if that's what it takes to be queen. My people are suffering as we speak. Who's gonna save the Parapus if I don't give it all I've got? I promised them all I'd become queen. You're all decent people, got nothing against you, but I'm not holding back.
Early bird gets the glory, what? Let's have a spot in
She's
it.
about to get jacked up. She got no chance.
Looks like you've gotten stronger.
Face me! Destruction!
The power of life, it's stepping back. I shall vanquish evil. Oh, holy light!
It's okay. We can do this. Falling back. Come on! From here?
I'm stepping back. Mage! Oh, mystic fire!
Be neither timid nor arrogant. Brawler! Perish!
Damn. Yeah, she had no chance, bro. She didn't even get the hit.
Why?
trained so much for this. This isn't supposed to happen.
I've mastered this path.
Hell yeah, dude. She's a mage master.
I shall rise to the occasion.
Even I have
New
more to
means of
learn.
protection.
211, bro. We're almost in the top 100.
I've lost.
If I could just beat you, I'd ask you to join me. But that power of yours really is something. Don't you rest easy, because I will win next time. Start preparing now. You got that? Who the hell's this dude? I saw your runner, so I followed you. You're as tough as they say. Eroticus. Wait. Eudoricus. Yeah. Eroticus. Who do you think I am exactly? Pardon me, I know perfectly well you're the great Katharina Gran. Everyone here knows. In fact, all their hopes are pinned on you.
Oh.
Are all these people migrating to find work, even though it might kill them in the end? What other options do carapaces like them have? It might be dangerous, but you've got to break some eggs to make an omelet. That is a terrible saying. Take this. See if you can stop everyone from leaving for now.
Hey.
She made a generous donation. Now we can eat for once. I know these times are trying, but this kind of work ain't the answer. If you can hold out just a little longer, I swear I'm gonna set things right for us.
Well then.
We believe in you. Nice. I earned that money slaying a monster just a few days ago. It was meant to be the start of my royal campaign fund. It's a small price to pay for helping out my people, but it'll last them, what, a few weeks at most? They'll be heading out to find work again in no time. I just can't fathom dying to earn a living. And the fat cats are all too happy when the carapaces take them up on it.
I'll make it happen.
When I'm in charge, first thing I'm gonna do is offer bounties for their bloody heads. They squeezed us dry, so I squeeze them right back. I can't help but wonder if that would solve anything. Honestly, I have no idea. Even now, tons of those people aren't gonna survive. And I can't tell people who aren't eating today to wait until tomorrow while I think of something. I was just lucky, you know? I had the strength to push through and survive. The truth is, some people don't have that kind of strength. They need someone to provide it for them.
That's why.
You should know better than most. Those who can't act gotta take action. If they don't, nothing in this bloody world's gonna change. It'll stay as rotten as it is. So many say there's nothing to be done, but they only say that because the carapaces are right here, right where they want them, beneath everybody. They couldn't have the carapaces start doing well for themselves. That would shake up the whole shoddy ground they're standing on. They like this twisted world just as it is. Well, let's change things.
Sure.
That's exactly what I plan on doing. And with anyone able to take the throne, now's the time to do it. Which means I can't just hand it to you.
Thanks.
Much obliged. We may be enemies, but I like having these talks. I'm not as powerful as I need to be, but still, I've reached out to the recruitment center, and we should be seeing bigger rewards from bounties. Go check on it. We gotta keep taking these monsters down. We'll beat this world into peace together. Sounds great.
Gee, now a new...
Hey, we're gonna get a new ability?
I'm not letting anyone
The
die.
Brawler? What does that say? Pugilist? Pugilist? Next time I see you, I'm taking you down for sure. We'll see. I don't think so. She's kind of crazy, huh?
Stretched to their limits before darkness.
I don't know if she like wants to kill rich people, bro. That's like a little too extreme.
Nocturnal creatures who lay dormant beneath the fens in the light rise to seek out their prey. Meanwhile, the party rests their weary souls, fatigued by the long journey, under the protection of the Gauntlet Runner.
We made it to the muddy camp. Alrighty, make sure we grab this. So I guess we're just gonna get our imagination up again.
All right. Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Hello? Hello, Mr. Captain. Rise and shine, what? Almost there.
Haven. It's been a while.
You've been before?
My parents took me once when I was a boy. I remember the day we arrived, and waking up to the smell of the ocean. The place was crowded beyond belief. Everything was so different from our hometown in the countryside.
I felt much the same when I reached the royal capital. Quite a sight compared to my little village, with naught but fields and mountains.
To be sure. And where are you from, Hulkenberg?
You cannot guess? Surely Montario in the east. Why, the Hulkenbergs are one of that nation's most prominent aristocratic houses, if not foremost among them.
You don't say.
Well, yes. Though I've no close relationship with my parents, I've hardly seen them since I left home.
I see. Suppose we've all come a long way, haven't we?
Seems we'll make it to the exhibition just in time.
With a master at the helm, you were bound to, eh?
I really hope Joanna shows up.
We resolved to trust her. So we simply watch and wait.
Right. Everyone set and steady? Welcome, ladies and gents, to the coastal crown jewel, Port Brilehaven.
Port Brilehaven, capital of the Principality of Oceania, the western annexed state of Uchronia. A vivacious city, Brilehaven is port of call to ships of both trade and war, bustling with hardy sailors. From the natural wonders caused by Magla to the Colosseum's contests of strength, people flock here to see the marvels of a city that never sleeps. The sea guides the Gauntlet Runner into the city, alongside a warm, salty breeze.
Wow! It's the ocean! Just look! There's water all the way to the horizon! It's kind of like the capital, but totally different!
Yes, the City of Water, Brilehaven.
Nice. I love the ocean.
Sancta Cadeau, you've brought us quite a magnificent head. How do you think it'll stack up against your competitors?
With the warrior monks at my side, there is nothing we cannot accomplish. But I won't presume to know the rankings. I humbly leave it in God's hands.
Lineup's a bit conventional for my taste so far. Oh, here comes our mysterious little underdog now. Stir things up a bit here, will you?
Ah, would you look at these spectacular gauntlet runners? They must all be worthy of kings.
Looks like Luis is still the only one with a Skyrunner, though.
No, I'm sure those blasted clergymen have some mechanism for it too. The Sanctist Church funded the Skyrunners to begin with. If you can call that flying, of course. All just piffling about with levitation magic. Only a passing acquaintanceship to real aerodynamics. Birds have never needed magic to fly. Just the mechanical ingenuity of the feathered wing. That's the kind of breakthrough I'd like to make. You'll see, eh? One day, I'll make those wings reality, and we'll soar like birds.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Good. I'll have you run in the sky with me. Mark my words.
If it isn't the pretentious little gallant and his cronies. If it isn't the walking headache. Well. No head to be seen. Weren't you talking big about chasing down that Heismay fiend?
You're referring to me, yes?
You're the man. This is a joke, is it? He's your great and terrible bounty. You know there's still time to drop out before you humiliate yourself in front of the masses.
Say what you wish. He is one of us. Tis not his head we are offering.
Truly? You're allied with a wanted criminal? Are you all mad? Oh, your public humiliation will be quite a sight. Come, Hector.
Wait, I don't know why the pet dog being named Hector
And that
killed me.
was...
A candidate.
But that's
and one of
great.
Luis's henchmen. We don't
Hector,
exactly
the
see
dog.
eye to eye.
Confound it. No damn parking spaces left. Well, let's look for somewhere a bit less unpleasantly populated.
Yeah, bro, I don't know. That's hilarious. I love when animals have like human names.
Tomorrow is finally the exhibition to present all the heads. I really hope Joanna shows up.
You needn't all sleep here tonight, you know? I can stay and wait for the cavalry. Got to give the old girl a tune-up anyway, don't I?
Tis much appreciated. In that case, we should look for an inn about the city. Ah, and we must sample the local delights. They've far better seafood than in the capital.
All right. I can't wait.
I can't wait.
To stop for rest, surrounded by fine food, is an uncommon blessing.
If you're sure, Nearest, then we'll leave it to you. Me, I long for a proper bed.
So be it.
Bethel loves sleeping.
Let's find ourselves some lodging.
Really?
We came all this way to the big city. I think we deserve a real inn.
This is a joy!
Yeah, boy. All right, so we're gonna go running around and get a bunch of gold beetles apparently. So let's start with Seabreeze Street.
All right then.
Oh, this blooming heat.
All right then.
Yeah? Hey, mister.
All right, there's one gold beetle.
Hello.
All right then.
Hey, mister. Yeah?
Oh, this blooming heat.
Oh, God. Really now? Gone clammy all over in this humidity I have. Really now?
All right, we got another gold beetle right here.
All right then.
Oh, God.
All right then.
Proper aces.
Hey.
Oh, there. Oh, there.
My money's on Santa Vex Ford.
Hey, maybe there'll be a big upset.
Hmm.
Hey.
Hello there.
Say.
Oh, there. Oh, there.
Hello there.
Say.
Proper aces.
Yeah?
Oh, this blooming heat.
This is a joy.
Yeah?
Proper aces.
Say.
Hello there.
My money's on Santa.
Maybe there'll be a big upset.
All right now.
Okay. So there's a merchant area now. So near the Black Cat's Crow.
All right then.
Let's go.
No, bro.
Young man. Young man.
Here's one gold beetle right here.
Yeah? Yeah? Ain't this a pickle? Young man. Young man.
All right then.
But what is there to do?
Well then, if you say you'll have. Well then, if you say you'll have.
But what is there to do now?
Oh, what a pity.
Blast this heat.
Hey, boy, I found another gold beetle.
All right then.
Really now? Stop!
What if? Well.
Thou, 'tis in thy hands now.
Yep.
Well met, eh?
Oh, this blooming heat.
Beg pardon?
Blast this heat.
Oh, what a pity.
But what is there to do now?
Well then, if you say you'll have.
What is it you're looking for? Feel free to stop by.
All right then.
This one is supposed to be in the top right corner of the area by the boxes.
Well met, eh?
Okay, apparently we could talk to this old man.
Huh?
You were in the giant sandworm's stomach, so why are you here?
How come?
Truth be told.
I'd intended for the worm's belly to be my final resting place, but after running into you grubs, longed to see the outside world again. Neither here nor there. Tell me, you haven't seen glowing beetles anywhere, have you? They're strange and wondrous insects, luminescent with the golden light of Magla. If you do have any, I'd sure like to take them off your hands.
What's this?
I'm but an old man with a passion for insects. I only ended up in that worm's stomach because I was too absorbed in catching specimens to notice my surroundings. You're traveling all about the country, are you not? If you find more gold beetles, could you bring them to me? If you hear the familiar chitter, give me a quick look. Collect 12 of them for me and I'll give you this venom word charm so we can exchange beetles to this dude.
Hey there.
I'll hand him all my gold beetles.
Maybe.
If you find another 13, making 25 in total, I'll give you these claw breakers in exchange. Okay.
All right then.
Let's go.
Got a bargain.
Young man. Young man. Yeah? Ain't this a pickle? Young man. Young man.
Greetings. Well then.
Can we talk?
Greetings. Well then.
Young man.
Real
young
cheap.
Man.
Buy some marbled bluefin tuna.
Young man. Young man.
Okay. So I think we've done everything. Now we can go ahead.
All right then.
Let's go.
This heat is such a bother. Really?
Wait, I'm going the wrong way? Where am I supposed to go? I'm going up here, dude. F it.
Uh-huh.
What do you want? An Elda? You a candidate too? Well, I don't know why you're here, but I can't let you in right now. With the city this buzzing, when the Coliseum does open, I'm sure you'll be a smash hit. All right. I guess this isn't where we're supposed to go.
Really now?
I don't understand because I took the boat here because it told me to come here on the boat, and then now I don't know where to go.
Easy. Hello.
All right then.
Let's go.
Must be the Merchant's Bazaar.
Young man. Young man.
All right then.
Let's rest.
Is this where we're supposed to go? No, this is not it. This is gonna take forever, dude.
Now then.
Where do we find this inn? I don't know what we're supposed to do. The mag broker?
Beg pardon?
Oh, this
blooming
And Elda, you in town for the tournament too? Or is yours one way aheads they'll be putting on display?
That's awful.
It is awful.
Aha.
Anglers Inn Square? Somewhere I've never been and I didn't read it, apparently? I'm a dummy?
Whoa!
You could really see the king's face from here, huh? I'd realized slowly moving, but it coming to Brawlhaven was beyond my expectation. I wonder why it came.
Yes.
I do suspect it keeps a watchful eye on the top candidates. It's evident that we're being observed, as we've seen from the Coronation Rock. Maybe that's actually for the better. Seeing the things in the sky might make everyone really think about Kingdom's future.
Okay then.
Maybe.
What do I do?
All right then.
Okay, so there's a bunch of inns to go to.
I'm not.
Oh, this blooming heat.
This is where I'm supposed to go? Milo. Who are you again?
Yeah.
You know what, while we're here,
Now, where was I?
let's go to Academia. Yeah. We'll continue our search for a place to stay. This guy's gonna be a jerk too, huh?
Right? I guess, but...
I doubt we'd get much sleep in a tavern. Alright, so this last one. Lena. You're the one who gave that speech in Martyra. Guess we were both able to make it here safely. Or are you planning on to stay at this inn? Unfortunately, there aren't any beds left.
I see.
That's so. This place is no good. We'll have to look for somewhere else. That gauntlet run of yours, that one you had parked in the middle of the Martyra. It had a more powerful chassis than mine. Tell me, what sort of technology does it use? It's a secret.
What?
And here I was gonna tell Dad about it. You know, right? I'm a competitor too, and I'm very proud of my gauntlet runner. That means that if you're stubborn and refuse to tell me, I can make you do it by force. Alright, lady. You're tripping. So we gotta find somewhere else?
All right then.
What do I do?
Let's rest.
All right then.
This is the inn. The spider's den. It looks pretty shady, but I'm not sure we've got any other options. Let's talk to that man over there before we go in. On the hunt for lodging, are we? I have a spare room available. I won't refuse service to anyone, and my rooms are affordable for all. Criminals? Prosecuted tribes? No. I wouldn't dream of turning business away. Feel free to have a look at the accommodations. We can discuss payment afterwards.
Kind of freaky.
This place really seems shady. It definitely seems shady. It's very nasty. Might as well have just slept on the gauntlet runner.
Travelers in town.
'Tis a far cry from the runner, at least. I am full glad to stretch my legs again.
Did you see that giant bug just now? It was like the size of my head. It's gotta be poisonous.
Oh, pull yourself together. It's just a insect.
Well, listen to you. You can't have lived in a giant sandworm den and been afraid of bugs, surely.
Hence the hut.
That's why you lived in that hut.
More importantly, we must discuss tomorrow's proceedings.
Right. We meet up with Joanna, then get to the exhibition after that. Joanna will admit to the crime. The guilt of a sanctoress, especially of her status, will guilt Forden by association. That should make an impression on Louise.
Yet for all this, we need Joanna herself. Do you truly think she will join us?
Yes, we have to trust her.
We have to trust her.
She chose to offer her own head instead of the monster's. If you ask me, she'd not have done that if she didn't believe it truly was her child. At least in part. I believe she expressed genuine parental love. I want to believe that, at least.
And what if she ends up not showing up? I mean, you're the one who got the worst of all of this in the first place.
If it comes to that, you've still got my head for the days. After all, the bounty still says I'm a kidnapper.
Balderdash will not sacrifice an innocent life for our victory. But your offer speaks highly of your spirit.
Right. We've done what we can do. All that's left is to keep our chins up and face the competition head on.
Too early yet to retire for the night. We could drop by one of the local pubs. Listen for what perks our ears. And while we're at it, might as well sit down to a proper supper, eh? Could be my last, after all.
Oh, haha, very funny. But I guess good info is important. Let's go check it out.
What are we without beauty? What do we care for
Bro,
promises and
the mascara is amazing.
beauty?
With the blue rose in his hand.
Our country reflected that.
Sounds like the candidates have started their speeches. Let's listen in for a bit.
With all skills and talents equal, would you see the crown atop an ugly head or a handsome one? Beauty is power. Lack one, you should lack the other. When I take the throne, all the hideous will be stripped of their titles. Together, we shall build a nation ruled only by radiant, everlasting paragons of beauty.
Well, he has a point about what people tend to follow.
What? This really doesn't bother you? It isn't right.
You'd rather wait for a king who was always right, then?
Enough about appearance. A beautiful face cannot win wars. Without military power, the crown's voice means nothing. When I am king, I will establish a unified nation with the Rousant tribe at its head. Our tribes, our status, they mean something. You could stray from a monolith, but it will still remain. There can be no true peace without using the power we command.
Hear, hear! For Rousant pride!
What pride is there in seizing power by force? Disgraceful.
When I'm queen, all the land's corrupt upper classes will be wanted men. We'll have our guillotines sharpened and our wallets open. Those who thought to tilt the world with their heavy coffers will be a head lighter. We'll split their fortunes and toast to our health.
Yeah, dude, she's crazy. She's wild.
Wouldn't the first target be the one on the throne, then?
Everyone's just shouting all their ideals out.
These candidates are all pathetic. Nobody here even compares to Lord Luis.
Luis isn't even in the running, lad. Poor Blight is afraid of losing to Sanctifex Ford.
You've got it backwards, geezer. He's just not wasting his time on these windbags.
I confess, I know not how to feel. 'Tis unprecedented. Never before have our citizens come together in the street in broad daylight and shared their true feelings on king and kingdom.
Indeed. Is this really the kind of change His Majesty wanted? Maybe I'm overthinking it.
Let's go in. If we hang around too long here, we're bound to get dragged into a nasty argument.
Nice, the fish in the middle of the room. I love it.
When I'm king, pleasures will rule the city. A bar on every block and a flagon in every hand. All you can drink, all year round.
Woo! Next round's on Loveless.
Let fools be content with their fool dreams. Grant me the crown, and I will make our kingdom powerful beyond imagining.
Most powerful? Doesn't really mean anything, does it? Aren't you another one of Luis's flunkies, hound? Stop barking and get back to your master.
Always about that goddamn Luis. I've been in the guard just as long as he has, you swine.
Quite a lively crowd. Looks like a great many of them came all the way here to watch the competition.
That lad there, he's an elder, isn't he? Are you a candidate too?
Well, strike me down, you're right. Never seen one of you blokes before. Might be out of luck in the race, though. You'll not stand a chance.
Pay him no mind. A drunk's words weigh nothing.
Wow, there are fish swimming in front of the store.
Ah, I've heard of this. 'Tis on the customer to fish up a catch, and the chefs will prepare it for eating.
I admit, I'm curious. Shall I sing a shanty for you as you take up rod and reel, Captain?
He flexes his fist like, hell yeah. Time to catch a fish. What the hell is that? It's a weird, creepy creature.
Is that really edible? It doesn't look quite, natural.
Bro, it's wiggling still.
Let us try it.
Hulkenberg is wild. She likes nasty food.
Why, tis delicious! The aroma of the sea simply floods the mouth. Ah, and what splendid crunch it has.
God, bro, she's wild.
I mean, they wouldn't let us fish up anything outright inedible. I hope.
At least we'll die together.
At least we'll die together.
Well, I was the one who suggested fishing. Right. The noble thing to do is see it through. It's rather slimy for my liking.
I said nothing since Hulkenberg seemed to enjoy it so much, but if you're going to eat an unknown fish, might you not at least sear it first?
'Tis fine enough without, I say.
You need way higher standards, lady.
She's funny.
Excuse me, friends. Don't mean to interrupt your meal. I'm Batlin, a church crier for the tournament. Maybe you remember me. Sounds like you made a hell of a splash in Martira, huh? Felling a vicious beast's one thing, but not many candidates took it figuratively.
Well, how did you hear about it?
How did you hear about all this?
It's a crier's business to hear things. So, do you have a head ready?
Well, let's see. Got a head right here, I suppose.
Lips sealed, huh? Well, I'm certainly looking forward to the exhibition then. Especially considering the diversity of your little party. I've always preferred to chase an interesting lead over a sure bet. Can't help it, I'm afraid. So, I'll have a keen eye out for you, all right?
That crier's an odd one. Not really what you'd expect from a Sanctus promoter. Who is he?
Rumor has it that young candidate hasn't brought a head. Wonder what he's playing at.
Whatever it is, he's about to get a sharp lesson in the ways of the world, poor lad.
I think he's worth keeping an eye on. Keep it under your hats, chums, but his power may rival Count Luis. I think he's just the ingredient we need to spice this race up a bit.
Right. Just got back from the pub, did you?
You wooed me. Nobody trusts a radical, huh? I expect you'll see for yourself.
Jonah and Barden can't read that fast. I imagine they will aim to find us in the Gauntlet Runner. Nearest ought to be there to greet them. When the days dawn, we should head to the Gauntlet Runner. Sounds great. I guess we just go to bed.
Look at that.
Good night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Not again, bro.
Again.
What happened to waiting for our guests? You utter buffoon! Is this why you volunteered to stay behind?
Seems like Joanna and Barden aren't here yet.
Oh, I feared this might happen. And we've no other head to offer the judges. 'Tis a precarious position.
Let's all stay calm.
Let's all stay calm, all right?
I'm going to splash some water on my face.
What?
Hey, Barden is here.
My sincerest apologies. I wasn't expecting anyone to come in. You see...
How did you come to be here? Explain yourself!
Is something the matter, Barden?
They were here the whole time?
I'm so terribly sorry. We heard the Gauntlet Runner had a washroom, so we thought we'd freshen up a bit. I bathed first and was resting in the back room, contemplating my final day as a sanctoress.
Sir Nuris over there very decently let us in to wash up.
I couldn't stand it, old thing. Her heart would bring any right-thinking man to tears. Could have run like a ballet thief in the night, but here she is, washing away her sins. It was more than a chap could bear, I say. Needed a drop of the grape and grain just to get myself through it.
The bottle's barely any emptier. Was a drop really all it took to get you drunk?
Oh, please do not blame the poor man. Talking to him has eased my heart for the trials to come. I cannot let myself betray you and regress to my vile delusions. I only sought to atone with myself before my sins are duly punished.
I understand. Thank you for coming. Then, as we agreed, please confess before the crowd when the time comes. To be honest, I'm hesitant to turn you in now you've genuinely decided to repent. I mean, in fairness, you're a woman of status, and it'll be a big crowd. We're not looking to instigate a public stoning here. You can explain yourself freely, in your own words. We can't ask anything more than that.
Thank you. Truly, I've felt so much more at peace since last we spoke. The fog has only cleared further, giving me clarity of purpose.
A fog, huh?
Thank you for everything. I do hope you win the throne.
I intend to.
Yes, I intend to.
Whoever the crown goes to, we're at least going to make sure it isn't used for evil.
At last, It seems our preparations are set. We need only trust that our plans will bear fruit.
Thank you all for waiting. The very first round of the Tournament for the Throne, the Exhibition of the Brave, is about to begin. Our monarchs-to-be will now present to the people the heads they seized to demonstrate their power as worthy of the throne. At a later date, when the second round is announced, the faces on the King's Rock, that is to say, the candidates with the top 20 approval ratings, will pass the first round.
20? 'Tis a great many eliminations in but one round.
I was hoping we'd at least make it through the first, but it might not be that simple.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your eyes to the lineup of all the gorgeous faces at the judges' table, starting with His and Her Highnesses of Oceania and Montario.
Oh, it's her ladyship.
Lord Montario's here too, eh? And the armor and that fellow over there? A general, is he?
And of course, we have the one, the only, the people's favorite, our guest from the Sanctus Church, better known as the Miracle Saint, healer of all ills, presenting the lovely Lady Rella Cygnus.
Saint? Who's this? Someone fill me in. I've been literally living in a hole.
A brilliant healer. We've met, though a long time ago. Even as a student, she was already considered the kingdom's best in her field.
Looks like the crowd's on your side, milady. Can you give us a few words about what's on your mind as you take on the judge's mantle?
Well, I'm afraid you've rather got me on the spot. Hello, all. This city sure has great seafood. Well,
terrible.
Sea creatures. Fascinating, aren't they? There's so much we still don't know about them. Oh, I did hear about a legend of some monster in the eastern seas of Oceania. Imagine, the mind races. I'm hoping I can investigate those sightings while I'm here.
That's just great, Lady Rella. I'll just stop you there, clock's ticking and all that. But we're thrilled you're enjoying your stay.
She's yapping, bro.
Sometimes I can hardly believe you're my sister. Still not much of a public speaker, are you?
So she's a saint?
Well, she seems like a nice enough lady.
We'd better stop worrying about her and focus on ourselves. I don't see Luis anywhere, but I bet he's got eyes in the crowd.
Now, the time has come. Let the exhibition of the brave begin! First up is a respected gentleman of the church. Guido, the head of the monk soldiers of the Crown Theocracy.
He just brought a giant fish, bro?
I've no taste for needless killing. Therefore, I chose a mark with meat, abundant and edible. After the judging, it will be served in a banquet for the poor.
A stand-up fellow, my good people. Strength and compassion in one package. He's got the crowd on his side right from the start. Now, is there anyone who can top this?
I can.
And we have a challenger. Second in line is the church's direct opposition, the spearhead of Count Luis's supporters, Gladel the Black Hound.
One look at the head.
Him and his dog Hector, bro. Don't forget Hector.
Small, isn't it? Well, I can bloody well tell you I'm not like this smarmy git who fished up his dinner. I'll tell you what this is. Behold, the head of a hideous human! Where's your proof?
Yes, the young sod's right. How do we know that's really a human?
What drivel? Look at the thing! You think a normal beast could have a face like this? Probably just made the damn thing yourself.
Useless as ever. Did it never occur to him that the average citizen has never seen a human?
Now, everyone, let's have a little composure, please. Candidate Gladel, we're very much obliged. You may step down. Now, on to the next.
Damn, a giant squid?
The size of that thing. Is that the monster of the Eastern Sea? Someone took the beastie down. Who did the deed?
I'd heard tell of a monster tormenting the people of this beautiful port city. I could do no less than grant them respite from their suffering. Such is the duty of those with power.
Who expected anything less? His Eminence Forden is simply in another class. Suddenly the critics have all gone quiet. All I hear is gratitude.
Damn. It's hard to fight with that, that's for sure.
Forden's trophy is more impressive than I expected. How are we going to make a stronger impression than that?
It's fine, we got this.
It'll be fine. If he'd gone after us, the reaction would mean we'd have been written off no matter what we presented. Let's count ourselves lucky and trust in our strategy.
Now, no dirty looks, you lot. Next is the Pagan Assassin's Prize. Let's see what head we've got now. Thank you, Candidate Julian, for that helpful, exhaustive, and I think exhausting explanation. Now, we've had quite a succession up here, but our last is coming up now. This should wrap up our show. Now, if the last candidate, the Elden Boy, would please join us on the stage.
Where's their head?
Your pardon, madam, but would you happen to be the Lady of Martira? Joanna, the Sanctoress?
Indeed. The head they've brought is mine.
The impudence. You dare offer an honored lady of the church before these judges. This is not to be borne.
I've got something to say to you too. That you chief there. Isn't that Heismay? The same damn criminal you were supposed to be chasing?
That's the infamous Heismay. The huge chief of all things.
This, after we saved your hide on the road.
Silence! He may be a former knight, but now he's a heinous criminal who stooped to kidnapping. Anyone who claims themselves his ally should be disqualified on the spot.
Please, wait. I have something I must confess to you all. You speak of the kidnappings that terrorized my home, Martira. I am here to confess that the true culprit behind those atrocities was me. I was the caretaker of a hideous human in the basement of my castle, and to feed it, I abducted the innocent people of my own city.
What? Absurd! Speak sense, woman!
Master Heismay is innocent in all this. He was framed for crimes performed by my hand and in my name.
And I, Barden, captain of Martira's Guard Corps, stand to vouch for all that she said.
Just so. It was this young candidate who killed that human, cleared me of the false charges, and dispelled the shadow over Martira.
Thus, here I stand. My head is his to offer.
That's quite a turn of events. We have our head, ladies and gentlemen, and it's unlike any we've seen yet.
How is this believable? She's an imposter. She's got to be.
Of course. That, or they're putting words in the poor woman's mouth. A Sanctoress would never...
What will His Eminence Forden do?
The Honorable Master Godot should know whether I and my words can be trusted.
'Tis true to the last word, isn't it?
Yes, Your Eminence. Without question.
Young candidate, you have done well to bring about her repentance. Now, justice must be rendered.
Right here and now. Your Eminence, a moment!
Thank you for your concern. But I have no objections. For a sinner like me, to confess the truth to the people has already been more than I deserve. O new king, it is my hope that you will rid the world of its twisted prejudices and common cruelties. Please lead this country armed with the truth.
I will, I promise.
I will. I promise.
Jeez. Oh my god. This game's brutal.
Well, folks, sometimes that's just how the curtain falls.
Oh man.
If Sanctifex Forden turned in the biggest head, then our dark horse here has certainly turned in the heaviest. What an upset, ladies and gents! Who could see this coming?
Those crazy kids have done it again.
What a show!
Pretty freaking sick, honestly. So now we're ranked 49. Many people seem to have taken notice of me. I hope this eventually leads to saving the prince.
Barden just departed, wishing everyone well. I suppose he aims to reach Martira before Joanna's confession does.
And Forden himself. I hardly expected the man to make himself so visible.
Likely his attempt at redirection keeps the blame from falling on him and the church. Can't say it didn't work, I suppose. I'm certainly not blameless in this either. It was my suggestion to make an impression by foregoing the pursuit of a monster's head in favor of a person's.
I guess, but...
Nevertheless, the Lady Joanna entrusted her final wishes to us. And we mustn't betray them. That's all we can do, really.
Not bad, pups.
You are passing on the course of a human hunt. You gave a most distinctive showing.
I suppose you're worth introducing ourselves to. I'm Fidelio, that's Basilio. Luis's right-hand men, see?
Bro, I hate Luis, honestly.
And now you walk with a Ujif at your side. Each ally of a different tribe.
Fascinating. Better to have dependable friends than familiar ones. Something we've got in common.
Not only did you expose a failing of the Sanctus Church, but you dared to bring her alive so Forden himself could do the grisly part before all his flock.
That was not our intent.
Oh, same idea, yeah? A real person's head gets more eyes on you than some decapitated beast. And now you're the names on everyone's lips, aren't you?
That's right.
Right. It worked for us. Well said. It's quite a feat for a no-name candidate to so deftly rub Forden's face in the dirt. A wake-up call, I'm sure, for those who only know his honeyed words.
Oh, Lord Luis, we really should be going.
Relax. They're in the middle of a conversation.
I like a show of strength as much as the next girl, but I do so hate violent spectacles. A view from the sky sounds so much more enchanting, don't you think?
So this is what's become of Luis. There was something eerie to him even as a lad, but I'd never expected him to reach such heights.
Do you suppose we have his attention?
Last time he told us we had to demonstrate our power first. I'd like to think that if he went out of his way to talk to us, that's something we earned.
Oh, loves, I've got a message from Count Luis. He says he'll be sending a messenger along soon, so stay in the city, would you? And I have to say, I might not want to let you out of my sight either.
Is she coming on to me? What the hell does she want?
Master Luis was just here. What happened?
Well, he just left. You weren't told?
We'd better be getting back as well.
Damn.
Damn it. What's so special about those fools?
Luis is having a go for Popeye, eh? Are you officially all flunkies in arms now, then?
It's not a done deal.
It's not a done deal.
Still, 'tis a significant step forward. We've crossed a dangerous bridge, and the risk paid off. We have finally taken the first step in saving His Highness the Prince. If we can get the formula, then we yet have a chance of lifting the curse.
How fares His Highness, anyway? He still fights?
I took a look in the Farsight mirror a while ago. He's still asleep. But nothing's changed about his condition.
And do we know where this formula is?
No, but he's bound to keep it somewhere secret if it's evidence linking him to the assassination. Still, a formula would be useless unless it's within arm's reach for emergencies.
If it's something he'd keep close, then...
It's gotta be in his gauntlet runner, maybe? Or in his pocket.
Wouldn't that be inside his gauntlet runner?
It's as good a chance as any. Getting inside would be a pain for anyone else, including us.
He said he would send a messenger. Perhaps it would be wise to wait until we've heard his missive.
Good point. Let's just wait for word then.
Crazy.
Joanna! A backwater sanctuarist denies me my moment of triumph! She defiles the very church itself. Oh, and naturally it was an elder of all people who stood her before me. Will that benighted tribe never stop dogging my heels?
Damn, there must be some history here we need to learn.
An idea occurs, Your Eminence. For the tournament's next challenge, let us center the competition on a show of piety. Make them prove their Sanctus faith. After all, Sanctism is the state religion. It would be the barest of leaps to suggest that loyalty to the Church is loyalty to the state.
I assume you have a plan?
Altaberry's our next destination. The very seat of the faith outside the capital. I thought we might propose another hunt. This time for relics.
Ah, the so-called divine relics. Those false idols the pagans consider relics of their gods.
What need does the world have for gods beyond ours? Soon, they will talk of nothing but how to win the Sanctus Church's favor. Your Eminence's influence would be sure to reach even greater heights.
And in the pagan lands, the greedier candidates will plunder and pillage for idols as they see fit. Fine footholds for our missionaries, all without getting our hands dirty. The collection of divine relics should be a spectacle held on Saint's Day. Our divine right will be undeniable. Once I take the throne, I will re-establish that these relics originally belonged to the Sanctus Church, and that they were ransacked from us in the course of history.
Your Eminence, on that day, I should be grateful to be honored with a proper title.
Say no more. A concession only fair for the right hand of the Sanctifex.
Ever at your service. You do not bow your head.
Oh, humblest apologies.
What troubles you, my child?
Well, my concern would be about the risks involved. Some theories suggest even the royal scepter was originally one of these relics. In the unlikely event that a divine relic were to be found to nullify the king's magic...
If such a relic existed, it would have been found long ago. You burden yourself with such fears. All you need to do is be a good saint. Smile, wave, and bless.
Rella, you are to return to the royal capital and gather the people under my banner.
Understood.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Bro, crazy.
A word. Some odd blighter left a letter for you last night. Said he was Louis's man. Night Prowler, today, come. Bit curt if I'm honest, hardly diplomatic. Seems like this Night Prowler place is some sort of pub or club. But do you know where it is?
On the city's outskirts. Seemed fairly dingy to my eyes. I can't imagine Luis had a haunt like that.
You think it's a trap? Maybe he's caught on to us?
If he wanted to trap us, I doubt he would make it so obvious. Though that doesn't guarantee our safety there, of course.
We have little other option but to show up.
I'll hang about in the runner. Keep myself busy with tinkering. Let me know if you talk yourself onto Luis's craft, eh?
Right then. Let's be off to this Night Prowler.
The Night Prowler, huh? This place should be on the edge of town. I've heard the ferrymen should know how to get there. Alright, we're gonna save here. This is a good spot to stop for sure.